What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back with a recap of SWV and Xscape, their reality show. This is for season 1, episode 1. Honey, all Miss Robinson got to say is, wow. Like, ooh, child, it's so much going on, honey. Okay, but before I get started with the review, I just kind of want to hear what different people have to say about the show. So one person says Tamika Scott needs to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta ASAP. She is everything. Yes, I really have a newfound respect for Tamika Scott. I like her more than LATOCHA Scott. LATOCHA came off very like snobby and very like, I don't know. It's like she has this ego, you guys. Like she has this superiority complex. And a superiority complex is when you have a belief that your abilities or accomplishments are somehow dramatically better than other people's. Like I get that in the relationship between LATOCHA and her sister. I feel like she feels like she's better than her sister. I feel like their mother is disgusting. It seems like the mother favors LATOCHA over Tamika, and it really hurts Tamika, you guys. Like that part where they got to talking about how Rocky and Tasha took off with Tamika's money. Like Tasha, was having Tamika's checks. They were sent to LATOCHA's house. And LATOCHA was putting the checks in her husband's account. And it's so funny because before I even got to that part of the show, right, I already had like this preconceived notion of LATOCHA and Rocky's like marriage. For some reason, it was giving me, I'm paying to keep this man in my life. Remember, it was some type of story with some woman that came out and she said she was allegedly messing with him. I don't know if that ended up being true. I don't really need for that to be true to see that like there's something up with their marriage. There's something like very toxic about their marriage. And I believe Tamika, I really do. Like when I saw how angry she was and she was so hurt. And she had me tickled. She was like, you could still go to jail. You could still go to jail for stealing my money. I was like, come on, girl, get her. And Tasha was like, girl, ain't nobody have to steal no money from you. I don't need nothing from you. You ain't got nothing. Girl, Tasha, ugh. It also says, because I'm reading this superiority complex definition, it said people with a superiority complex may be condescending. Yeah, that's what I got from LATOCHA. Smug and mean to other people who don't agree with them. That is what I get from LATOCHA Scott. To me, that's how she treated Candy on this episode, how she treated Tiny. Like she is the cancer of the Xscape group. She is the cancer. Seriously. And they could put Tamika on Real Housewives of Atlanta because she actually has the husband and she seems like very like interesting and she's talented. So yeah, that will work out. Another person says SWV has mastered the concept of agree to disagree. Nothing is stopping them from securing the bag. I know that's right. I love that part. Where I think it was Coco and it was Lily pretty much telling the girls like, hey, you know, we don't always get along. Lily was like, I got stuff about me that, you know, Taj and Coco don't like. They got stuff about them I don't like, but, you know, we still know how to get on stage and perform for our fans, you know, and they got on the girl, especially Lily, for like personalizing everything. Like, if y'all could take the personal out of it, I know Taj was piggybacking with that too. Like, yeah, it's just, like Xscape is really gonna be like a problem. And I know we was all giddy and hype, but now I'm kind of getting annoyed, guys. Like, Another person says, Taj seems so down to earth and humble. I died laughing when she said Coco's ego became the fourth member. Because Coco was singing the lead on all the songs, you know? Coco felt like she was doing most of the work, and she felt like she was taken advantage of. And I believe that, though. I believe it, because her voice is so amazing, you guys. I love Coco. I told y'all I'm reviewing this pretty much for Coco, honey, okay? Because that's my boo. And I love Taj and Lily. Like, I am a very big SWV fan. I'm not really into Xscape like that, but, you know, Candy is on Housewives. I review Housewives, you know, so it's kind of like, I kind of like Candy and Tiny, you know, when they get together. I love hearing Tiny's voice. She is so funny when she speaks. Another person says, I'm with Lily. We forgive the men, but stay in our feelings with other women. It's time to grow up. Exactly. Put them feelings up and get to rehearsing them songs. The end. Exactly. I love when Lily said that, because women are like that, and men come together all the time to do tours, to do shows, and there's, you know, no problems. Like, and sometimes they may have a beef, but they don't let that get in the middle of them getting a bag, you know. But with women, you know, I don't know, women be in they feelings, honey. Another person says, I feel so sorry for Tamika. People will never understand how it feels to have your mother dislike you, and you'll never know why. And especially put your siblings on an obvious pedestal over you, even when it comes to them stealing your money. Your love, Tamika, and your feelings are validated. Exactly. The mother was very, like, narcissistic, like, very, like, dismissive. When it came to Tamika. And Tamika is a grown woman. And for her to tell her mother, it's always like this. Like, you always taking her side. And I felt like that in situations with people. And I just felt so bad for Tamika. I wanted to give her a hug through the screen. You know, because it's like, and even her daughters, they see how unfairly, you know, she's being treated by her mom and sister. They don't like it. I kind of saw a little bit of the YouTube video that they made together discussing these issues. It's just really sad. Another person says, watching the sister's interaction with her mom is like watching a narcissistic parent at work. It's like she's trying to pit them against one another. Exactly. For her own enjoyment and benefit. It's sick and sad. I'm glad Tamika is standing her ground. There's clearly a golden child and a scapegoat child dynamic at play, and it's disgusting. It is. And the mother should be ashamed of herself. But, you know, a lot of parents do that, you guys. They do that because they're childish and, you know, they don't know any better, and they don't want to take any accountability and responsibility for their actions, you know. But yeah, I do believe that, like I said, I believe Tasha was giving, you know, those checks to Rocky. It's something about Rocky that seems like very trifling and malicious. And it's like, I just wasn't buying, like, I don't know, their 27-year love affair. I wasn't buying it at all. Another person says, I love Taj. She is so level-headed and so classy and such a woman. Yeah. Another person says, it's crazy how Tamika's loyalty to Tasha has backfired all these years later. Imagine if she would have stuck with Candy and Tiny back in the day. Her whole life would be so different today. Yeah, it would be different. But, you know, she was trying to probably, you know, be loyal to her sister. Another person says Tamika is TV gold and can sing all of LaTocha's parts. Keep grinding, girls. Another person says, Tamika is definitely telling the truth about Tasha. Tasha in glorious body language tells the story. Yeah, it just like, and it's the fact that the fans can see right through it, you guys. Another person says, LMAO at Coco says, I need a drink. She's so quiet that her little moments are hilarious. The faces she makes are so spot on. Yeah, that's why I like Coco, because she's so no nonsense like me, and, you know, just says, you know, how she feels and tells it like it is, honey. Another person says, Tasha is definitely the problem. For a mother to say one daughter is jealous of the other. Wow, Tamika deserves nothing but success and opportunity. We see you. But yeah, it's just something about like LaTocha, you guys, that's so just negative. So let's get started. So I guess the whole idea of SWV and Xscape coming together to do a collaboration together, as far as like, you know, doing a show together, I guess it all came from them doing the verses, where I feel like SWV, they won the verses, and I believe most of the fans felt like SWV won the verses. They pretty much show all the ladies at home with their families. Let's get started with Tasha first. She basically lets us know she had a boyfriend when she first met Rocky, but said Rocky told the man at their rehearsal, I'm not sleeping with her, but I want her to be my girl. What type of bullshiggity is that? And why was you impressed with that, Tasha? Like, is something like really trifling about your character for you to think that that's even cute? Like, ugh, I didn't like that, you guys. I know y'all like, girl, that really made you upset. It did. It's like, girl, that's not cute. You gotta really watch how you get with people, because I'm telling you, karma can hit that ass, okay? So I guess Tasha broke up with her boyfriend, you know, to be with Rocky, and the rest is history. They've been married for 27 years. They have a son. The son plays basketball for the University of Buffalo. When Rocky started out, I guess he was doing some work with R. Kelly. So I guess that kind of, you know, put them at the same place at the same time. But like I said, Tasha just kind of comes off like she has a big ego. She's like very passive aggressive. She holds grudges. She's sneaky. It was a part in here where they all met up together. And she didn't even hug her sister, but then she tried to like hug her sister at the end of the episode when they were together with their mom, like putting on a performance for the mom. And yeah, we still family. We still, like, Tasha, girl, ugh. And you used to be my favorite. I used to really love her voice. I think her and Candy have kind of always been my favorite, but now I'm kind of feeling Tamika more. And Tamika and Candy, I do. And I know y'all like, well, Candy can't sing. I like Xscape as a whole. I really do feel like they all can hold their own. And I'm a kind of a fan of Candy's solo project. I love Fly Above. I was just listening to that the other day. So I kind of do like Candy's like voice on certain songs. I loved her on My Little Secret. That is my ish from Xscape. My Little Secret, and what else? Who Can I Run To? Those are my two favorite songs from them. And SWV, honey, I love Right Here. I love Can We? That's my song. I love I'm So Into You. Weak. I mean, we could go on and on. I love You're the one for me. That's probably one of my favorites from them. I love that song too. It's just so many with SWV. So we see Tiny. She's at home, being a mom, making drinks with her kids. Her little daughter, Eris, she's so cute and she can sing. I caught that part where they mentioned how she was with, she's been with T.I. for 21 years. If you know anything about me, I love T.I. as an artist. I don't really care for him personally, but as an artist, honey, okay, I bump his music. Okay, I do. I really love his music. But, honey, I caught when to the headlines of Tip being accused of cheating on Tiny, throughout the years. Y'all know she has put up with a lot of emotional abuse from Tip. And it's just like, Tiny, you seem like a lovely and sweet woman, but you come off like you got low self-esteem too. Like, why would you put up with all this bad behavior from this man all throughout all of these years? Like, girl, I do plan on doing a birthday reading on Tiny and T.I. I think I did one, but I never uploaded it to YouTube. And I also plan on doing a birthday reading of all the girls on this show. So I'm gonna break it all up, okay, and give it to you. But yeah, I just was looking at that for Tiny, like, girl, you didn't put up with this man for all these years, like, disrespecting you, and I just hate to see women go through that, you guys. Oh, Tiny on here still talking about how T.I. doesn't really want her to work. Like, why are you working? Girl, it's more like, why are you still in that marriage? Okay? Like you said, you have talent, you getting money, you was out before he was out. Like, he needs to have respect for your business endeavors. And if you still having those type of problems with him, girl, that's a problem. Okay, so I like Tiny, you guys. Like, I think she's very likable. I think she's very funny, but I think for me, I just have an issue as it pertains to Tiny and her relationship, her marriage with T.I. I don't like it because it's so unhealthy, it's so one-sided, it's so narcissistic, right? And she definitely gives LATOCHA Scott vibes. But so, I gotta ask my man if I'm allowed to even have a job, okay? Okay, so next we got Tamika Scott. Tamika has 3 daughters. Now, I was confused because she said she has this husband, right, that is an executive protector of New Edition. So what is he, a security guard, bodyguard? She made it look like all 3 of the daughters are by him. I don't think that that's true. So I was confused. And then it looked like she just met him. Like, if anybody knows the backstory on them, put it in the comments. Because I was just kind of confused. Because she made it look like she just met him a couple of years back while she was doing a play with Tyler Perry. So I was confused. Because she was like, well, we got 3 daughters. Maybe she's talking about, well, those are his kids too, now that we're married. Like, maybe she meant it like that. I'm not sure, guys, but that's what she said, and it was confusing. Okay, so let's get to this meeting that Candy, Tiny, and Tamika was at, and Tasha was not there. I guess Tasha told Candy and Tiny she hadn't talked to her sister since they was in Vegas together. Tamika and Candy got locked out of their dressing trailer. I guess Tasha, didn't care to help Candy or her sister get in their trailer. She just left them where they were at. From her behavior, like on here, you guys, like seeing how nasty she is, I believe she did that, right? That is low down. That's dirty. Tiny lets Tamika know that LaTocha felt body shamed by her through a text. I guess Tamika ended up saying to her sister Tasha, if you had a butt to kiss. Child, that's so petty. Like, why are you mad at that? Okay, you're not the big girl no more. We saw her on here feeling, bad because people would refer to her as the big girl. And I get, her feeling sensitive about her weight, but somebody saying that you don't have a butt, that's really not a big deal. Body shaming you would have been calling you a fat ass. And then Tamika then had weight issues herself. She admitted that she didn't have surgery. So why would she body shame you? Like, girl, I feel like LaTocha is gaslighting us. She's making us all question and doubt her sister's reality, honey. Okay, like, she's just toxic, guys. Tamika says that what I said was a figure of speech. I didn't put a lot of thought into what I said, and it was nothing. And I agree with Tamika. I don't feel like that was her intention. LaTocha just want to be upset, honey. So next we got Todd. She sets up this brunch so that SWV can come together and plan their show. So Tiny gets there first and she hugs and greets Todd. And Tiny is in a bubbly mood. Candy comes in. She's pleasant as well. She hugs and greets Tosh. So the whole tone and vibe and energy, honey, goes down, okay? Goes down the wrong road, honey. When Tasha comes in, she only hugs Tosh. Now, I thought she was mad with her sister. So my thing is, you're childish and immature because you're mad with your sister is what it looked like. So why you didn't hug Tiny? Why you didn't hug Candy? Candy says that her and Tasha are like oil and water. They have never mixed. I think Tasha is competitive with Candy. Especially now since Candy is so like successful. And I think she was probably even like jealous of her back in the day. Candy has a business mind. She may not have the best voice in the group. Okay, I think that's between Tamika and Tasha. But Candy has the best business mind, obviously, because, she's the most successful. Outside of Tiny, and, Tiny kind of over there, eating off T.I. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. Candy is the one with the coins, honey, okay? So Tamika comes in and greets everybody and tells Tasha, you look cute. Tasha says thank you. She does not hug Tamika at all. Okay, she tried to give Tamika a fake Christian hug, though, when they got with that mother. Okay, just fake. So next, honey, Coco comes in looking beautiful, honey, in her lavender, honey. Okay, she had a purple number on. It was just so cute. She's happy. She grabs Taj's butt and hugs her. I was cracking up. Then she hugs Tamika and grabs her butt too. I said, come on, Coco. Okay, Coco said, I'm gonna grab all y'all ass, okay? So Lily comes in, honey. She's, in a good mood and happy. She greets the girls. So Taj, honey, gets right to business and says that the girls gotta find somebody, to produce their show. They want to do one big show together. They both have big fan bases. The fans want it, honey. Okay, I love how Taj was like, we need one band. Candy came in and was like, yeah, we need to share everything from the DJ to the dancers and, Tamika chimes in and says she wants to, have a huge production. So the girls are excited until LaTocha, okay, Miss Bitter, Miss Miserable, is rolling her eyes, honey, and sucking her teeth. So Tasha picks up on that. No, not Tasha. Taj picks up on Tasha's attitude. She's like, why you looking like that? Are you okay? And Tasha was like, yeah, I'm fine, but I'm not excited about this project. And she says that Xscape has a lot of internal issues that they have to deal with. Then Candy chimed in, honey, in her confessional and says, she just mad, honey, and she just feeling away because her sister called her out on her bullshiggity, for leaving them when they, couldn't even get into their dressing room. Taj says, honey, she is so happy that SWV has moved past this stage full of the drama and the pettiness. And, you could kind of see SWV looking like, honey, now we got to worry about these hood boogers, honey. They can't come together. They can't get together. Two of them is sisters, honey. What is going on? So Tiny gets to saying, well, whatever we need to do, we're going to get through it and we go talk about it and, we go move forward. And that way we can all come together collectively and do this show. And Tiny, got to saying, I think we just need to take the personal up out of it. And then, Lily was like, yeah, you need to take the personal up out of all of it. Like, y'all need to let stuff go. Like, SWV was very professional. They came, ready to be about business, honey. They are ready to make the coins. And they are older than Xscape. And I could kind of see, like, y'all still on this high school bullshiggity, honey, okay? Tasha gets to saying she may not feel like she wants to go on tour. So Taj calls Tasha out and she's just like, well, Tasha, do you even want to resolve it? Because the way you looking and the way you talking, it don't seem like you want to work things out. Exactly. Like, Tasha, your body language tells us everything. I don't need to hear the whole story to nothing Xscape is going through. All I see is you and your husband. Y'all is the problem. Okay? So Tasha, her fake ass, she says, yeah, I want to move forward. Like, you're not, like, talking like it. You're not acting like it. Like, who you trying to convince? Us or yourself, girl? Child, I was cracking up when Coco said, honey, I need a drink. Exactly. Okay. You need a blunt. You need a cigarette. You need something dealing with these heifers. Honey, that's when Lily got to checking all of them saying, child, as women, we just gotta grow the F up. We forgive our men, we forgive our boyfriends, but when it comes to women, we act like we don't understand how to forgive and move on. And it's stuff Coco don't like about me and Taj, but guess what? When we get on that stage, none of that matters. Okay, we put on a show. Okay? I love when Lily said we all tolerate something from each other. That is so important. In any relationship that you are in, you are tolerating the good from that person and the bad. Because nobody is perfect, but, you shouldn't have to put up with a whole bunch of toxic behavior either. But, you have to make room for people's imperfections. And I understood where she was coming from. So the ladies eat and Candy agrees that they're gonna work things out and figure it out. And Lily made some joke about, we need to just eat because, food makes black people happy, honey. Okay, yes, it does. So next, honey, we see Candy and Todd. They get to talking about Xscape's issues. And Todd is just like, y'all need to work this stuff out. You all have fans. The fans would love to see you all together. Candy and Todd are like making pizzas with their kids. Their kids are so cute. I did take notice to Candy saying, yeah, in the house, I allow Todd to be the boss. I'm like, well, Candy, you over there paying all, if not most of the bills. Why are you allowing him to be the boss? Okay, that didn't look right to Miss Robinson. I caught that. Okay, you trying to make Todd feel like he the HENIC, honey, over there with them cheering. So, honey, last but not least, we got the Scott sisters. They go to their mother's house to meet up and work things out. Tamika had her daughter with her. So Tasha starts out being fake, giving Tamika a hug, which she didn't do that when they all met with the other girls, but she wanted to perform in front of her mother. I caught that. Tamika, anyways, gets to telling the story of how her and Candy was locked out of their dressing rooms and how Tasha didn't even care, didn't bat an eyelash, didn't try to help them. So Tamika gets to talking about they was locked out for over an hour. The mother is taking Tasha's side. She whispered, Tamika is jealous of Tasha. She's just jealous. I was like, ooh, child. I don't like this mother, honey. She is giving mommy dearest, baby. So Tamika said that the security just, followed Tasha. They was, I guess, ignoring her. I guess she was trying to talk to them. We hear Tasha telling her mother they walked with me to the car. Tamika said, and they didn't come back. Yeah, I could see Tasha doing that. And then she's like smirking the whole time. It's disgusting. So the mother says to Tamika, you need an Academy Award. Like, why would you say that to her? And obviously she's hurt how her sister is treating her. And you're not like validating her story. We hear Tamika saying that her mother has always played favorites. Tasha is her favorite child. It's been like that since they were little. Tamika says to her mother, I would have made sure she was good, and Tasha didn't do that for me. She didn't make sure I was okay. Yeah, that's messed up. Tasha brings up Tamika body shaming her. And I noticed when Tasha was like telling that story, she told Tamika to be quiet. So yeah, you're already on Tasha's side more than Tamika's. Tamika tells Tasha that was a figure of speech. It was just a comment. I put no thought into it. And then we hear Tasha get to talking about how she's always been seen as the big girl and, she don't like people talking about her body. But Tasha, you've lost the weight. You are no longer the big girl in the group. Okay, so you're going to have to let that go. I guess Tasha has said, yeah, we're family and we can't help that. Like, I guess she said it in a certain tone and the mother didn't reprimand Tasha for saying it like that. So Tamika was like, it's always 2 against 1. You don't never check her regarding me. The mother says, oh, that offended you? That's nothing. Like, very, like, dismissive, like minimizing Tamika's feelings. Tamika, girl, I think that you need to separate from your mother. I wouldn't visit her because it doesn't look like she has your best interests, at heart at all. Let her be with her golden child, okay? The mother says she has stood up for Tamika, and then Tamika was like, not against Tasha. And then here go Tasha. Why would you want her to come against me to defend you? Well, she's doing that for you, so it's only fair, right? So Tamika gets to saying, when you do stuff, mama get quiet. Here go Tasha. Well, what have I did? And Tamika was like, when you stole my money. I guess there was a new royalty check that the girls were getting for being in the group Xscape. And I think Tiny's mom is the one that told Tamika about the, new royalty check. And Tamika was like, I haven't been getting my checks. And I guess, honey, allegedly the checks were going to Tasha's house and Rocky was cashing those checks. And I believe Tamika. There's something very sneaky about Tasha. Tasha seems like she has low self-esteem and she will pay for that man. Like, there are women that will pay just to have men, okay, in their life, okay? I guess it was $30,000 that they stole, and Tasha is just like, we ain't steal your money. It's like how she said it, like you could tell they took that money. The producer asked Tasha, did Rocky steal money from Tamika? And Tasha was like, no, how could he? It never happened. She says that Tamika is lying. Tamika said, I got evidence. You want to go to jail now? You know, you could still go to jail, honey. I was cracking up. So the narcissistic mother says, you can cut the cameras off and get out of my house. Girl, this family is already dysfunctional. What, you don't want us to see any more of your bad behavior, mommy dearest? That mother is a piece of work. I think the mother yelled out that Tamika needs counseling. Like, it's the gaslighting for me. But yeah, guys, it cut off right there. That's pretty much what happened. Y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out in the next video.